Hey y'all, how are you doing? I'm great. Thank you so much for asking. It's me, Kim, and I'm back for another newsletter exclusive podcast. If you're encountering this podcast anywhere other than the newsletter, head on over to KimberlyNicoleFoster.co. That's KimberlyNicoleFoster.co. As I've mentioned time and time again, I am trying to extract myself from the platforms. I don't want to have to be checking them all day, every day, and frying my brain, so I'm trying to consolidate all of my, at least pop culture, feminist cultural criticism, white mess commentary in one place. And we are going to get into some white mess today. I know last podcast was white mess too, but this is how the cookie crumbles. While Elon Musk has been terrorizing the federal workforce via Doge, he's also been embroiled in some good old-fashioned baby daddy drama. Last Friday, on Valentine's Day, a conservative influencer, internet troll, author, quotation marks, Ashley St. Clair announced on Twitter/X that she is the mother of Elon Musk's 13th child. 13. We're just going to do a little tangent. How many children have you seen Elon Musk with? Probably one. The one who is in the Oval Office yelling at the president. Ooh, it does still sting to call Donald Trump the president. I'm working through it. I'm getting over it one day at a time. Yeah, you've probably only seen him with one, and that should give you a good feeling for what kind of father Elon Musk is. Hint, not a good one. So Ashley said she gave birth 5 months ago, and that would put the birth around September. We should also know that Elon Musk welcomed another child in June of 2024 with the Neuralink executive Siobhan Zilis. That would be his third baby with Siobhan. I wonder, this is the messy part of Kim, I wonder if Ashley knew that Elon Musk had another baby on the way when she was pregnant. I bet she didn't. You know why I think that she didn't know? Because Elon Musk lies. He did the exact same thing to Grimes. I just got done reading this really interesting Vanity Fair profile of Grimes from 2022 because I needed to get some background, even for the mess. I like to have some grounding. Right after they had the second baby, and then a few months later, Siobhan's baby popped up on Grimes. And that is one of the things that facilitated their split. Elon has this pronatalism thing, which is so, it's steeped in white supremacy, you guys. It is. He has this natalism thing where he's just gonna fuck every girl in the world and impregnate them all. And not even impregnate them via having sex, because Elon loves IVF. His first wife had 5 kids. One set of twins, one set of triplets, both conceived via IVF. From my understanding, Siobhan, the Neuralink executive, all of her children were conceived via IVF. I think that Ashley is the odd woman out. Well, Grimes had carried their first baby together, and then the other 2 babies that she has with Elon Musk, IVF, and surrogate. Yeah, Ashley is really breaking the pattern of conceiving Elon's baby naturally, but also carrying the baby herself. Weirdly, I think all of that is a reflection of how he feels about her. Ashley, the conservative Twitter troll bigot, is 26. She says she met Elon Musk when she was 24. He hopped into her DMs and then flew her out, and then they pursued a relationship. This is all very recently. Since Elon purchased Twitter. He purchased Twitter in 2022. Oh, and also, by the way, right, he's in this on-again, off-again relationship with Grimes, and then he's in on-again, off-again relationship with Siobhan Zilis, and then they're welcoming babies, and then he's also kind of, I guess, relationship with Ashley, and then she gets pregnant. But I'm told that's what the high-value men get to do. Notably, Ashley used to work for the satirical conservative website Babylon Bee, and she published this book, this anti-trans book about an elephant who starts hanging out with the bird, and then the bird teaches the elephant to sing, and then the bird tries to convince the elephant that he's a bird. It's an you know what it is. The girls are being indoctrinated to be trans and the boys just want to take up space in women's locker room. You know, it's that kind of bullshit. Now, my biggest strength, as well as my greatest downfall, is that I can have empathy for literally anybody. And I was indulging in the white mess. And then I read an interview that Ashley gave to the New York Post. And then my empathy started acting up. So I'm going to read some quotes from the interview. This is from Ashley St. Clair, the influencer who claims to have had Musk's 13th child, reveals life of secrecy after whirlwind romance with, quote, down-to-earth, unquote, billionaire. Published on Saturday, February 15th. My child is the most perfect thing that happened to me. I wouldn't change anything, gushed St. Clair. St. Clair broke the internet on Friday when she posted on X that she gave birth to Musk's baby 5 months ago. A revelation she said she was forced to make due to prying tabloid reporters. Okay, so that was the first thing. Ooh, you know what I forgot to mention? Conservative Ashley has another baby. So she was already a mother when she got with Musk. So now she has 2 kids. Ooh, and you know what the nastiest thing I saw when I was going through these articles? Pearl. Just pearly things under Ashley's announcement that she was a mom to Elon Musk's baby. Just pearly things commenting under there. Congrats on being a single mother. Oh my God, the nastiness. But hey, at least you're consistent. I said, oh my God, the girls are fighting. Anyways, let me keep going. The next quote. Musk was very funny. He was smart. He was very down to earth. It started with X interactions when he slid into my DMs. I think it was a meme, she recalled. I wonder how many women he does that to. Next quote. After Musk restored the Babylon Bee to Twitter from an 8-month suspension for a joke about a transgender Biden administration official, Bee CEO Seth Dillon asked St. Clair to fly to San Francisco to interview the billionaire at his new company's headquarters. She said, after reviewing the interview, I got a text from him saying, feel like going to Providence tonight? St. Clair continued. Okay, so he's whisking her off of her feet. I also have to ask, where is your child? Okay. I'm sorry. I'm shaming. All right, next one. And this is where it takes a turn because after she gets pregnant, he puts her up in a fancy New York City high-rise condo or apartment or whatever. Then he abandons her. Okay, she says, I was completely isolated during my pregnancy. Every part of my career and everything I used to do, I couldn't do anymore. I was told not to tell anybody, she claimed. Around the same time as her pregnancy, the influencer and author's Instagram went dark for months until she posted a photo from President Trump's inauguration on January 20th. So Elon Musk does have this thing about secrecy and privacy until he wants it to not be secret or private anymore, until he decides that little X is his mini-me or whatever, and now we see X everywhere. Okay, next quote. It is very hard to understate how much I am processing right now. I am sad that my hand was forced by the media to do this now, but there's also a sense of relief because I have been forced to live in secrecy for almost a year of my life. I cannot explain the kind of primary pain you feel as a mother, and you're talking to people and they ask you about the one kid, and you have to lie and carry this burden in secret. You have to lie to people you love. Okay, well, that is the life you sign up for. But you know, my empathy, it's itching. It's itching because she's young. She's a mother, but this is a young lady. You get swept off your feet by a really rich man. She don't really have no job. She don't really have no career. She has to hide throughout her pregnancy, so she doesn't have a way to make money if she's a blogger or an influencer or any of that. She's completely reliant on Elon's goodwill, which is why I say making her own money is still undefeated. You know how I feel about that. So she has to do all of this stuff. But also, if you are the mother of one of the children of the richest men in the world, there are legit security concerns. I mean, like, hashtag Luigi Mangione, okay? The girls are broke and they're angry, okay? So you need to be worried. You actually do. And that's why Elon abandoning them and cutting off contact is so wild. I mean, those checks were clearing, but he doesn't manage his own money. Next, we're getting to the abandonment part. St. Clair said she has not communicated with Musk since posting the statement, which was not flagged with a community note to warn viewers of misinformation. St. Clair said she notified his team that she would be writing about her claims on X on Friday before she hit send. Quote, he ignored it, she claimed. He did until we'll get to how he responded. I was told to keep it secret. I was being asked to keep it a secret forever, claimed St. Clair, declining to provide a reason for the confidentiality or any material proof that Musk is the biological father. That is rough. He's ashamed of this lady. I really do think that this is about shame because Elon is an elitist. Siobhan, I looked into Siobhan, the mother of the 3 other kids. That's an impressive lady. Yale grad, has really achieved in the realm of AI and is an expert and worked her way up to her place at Neuralink. Grimes is Grimes. A legit idiosyncratic figure. Is the creative output for me? No, it's not, but she is esteemed. Okay, she is a star. She got her own invitation to the Met Gala. She's somebody. Ashley is a lady with a Twitter account. I genuinely think that this is about him being ashamed. Okay, next. She said, almost every relationship in my life would be bastardized and disingenuous because I couldn't tell them what was going on. My son has never taken a walk outside in 5 months. I've never been able to take my baby for a walk. I was terrified that someone would see I had a baby and it would get out, she continued. Hold up. Concrete prison. Now, Elon did finally respond, but not to confirm that he was the father of the baby. He responded to the disgusting troll Milo Yiannopoulos, who also works with Kanye West. Milo tweeted, Ashley St. Clair plotted for half a decade to ensnare Elon Musk. Y'all, Ashley's 26 years old. What are y'all talking about? She got pregnant when she was 25. What are y'all talking about? And then Elon retweeted it and said, whoa, complete and utter weirdo behavior. Of course, she replied, she said, Elon, we've been trying to communicate for the past several days and you have not responded. When are you going to reply to us instead of publicly responding to smears from an individual who just posted photos of me in underwear at 15 years old? Wild. And then she also tweeted, it's interesting that Elon is responding to this clearly in jest screenshot that was discussed with his team months ago in a documented call. Now he decides to respond to it publicly from an account that posted underage photos of me, as if he wasn't asking me to have more children last week. I would like to take this offline and have been attempting to do so for weeks. That was published right after her write-up was published. So why did Ashley choose the New York Post? The New York Post notoriously has a conservative slant. She's also apparently good friends with someone who used to write for the New York Post and gave her own little interview about it. Her interview is that Ashley St. Clair feels jilted and terrified after Elon Musk refused to protect her, Powell says. There's a lot of ridiculous stuff in there. I just wanted to read this part that stood out for me. St. Clair's decision to publicly call out Musk 53 as her baby daddy wasn't some, quote, Meghan Markle-esque plea for attention, but rather a call for help from the world's richest man, said pal Emma Jo Morris. Now, how did Meghan Markle get in this? Y'all just use any opportunity to be hateful. And you know what's so crazy is Ashley's description of being holed up in this really lavish apartment, fancy apartment, is very similar to what Meghan Markle describes. Ashley and Meghan have a lot in common, but y'all just had to be nasty for no reason. Okay, Morris, a political consultant who has been in contact with St. Clair through the ordeal, said the mom, quote, expected it would be an arrangement similar to that he has with his other baby mamas. She would raise the child and Elon would be peripherally present in their lives. It's a very hostile action by Musk not to respond when the mother of your son calls and says, the press is hounding me. What do I do? Morris said. Girl. And you know what? My empathy is drying up again because you know Ashley says some nasty stuff about not just trans people, gay people, black people, Latinos. Oh, you know that lady is racist as fuck. So I'm not going to pour my heart out for her anymore, even though I do think that people who make pregnant and postpartum women suffer deserve a firing squad. Guillotine immediately. But I know Ashley's nasty. I know she is. The lady who published the anti-trans book when she was in her early 20s, ooh, I know she said some nasty stuff behind the scenes. So there's that, but there is one more angle to this mess. I've mentioned Siobhan Zilis, who appears to be the baby mama that Elon is closest to. She recently has been traveling with Elon and attended a meeting with Narendra Modi. And Elon brought a couple of their kids. And that's the first time I've ever seen Elon sitting in a room with kids other than X. But Siobhan is a messy-ass B-word. Now, I know I already talked up Siobhan's resume, but educated ladies, professional ladies, career ladies can also be messy Bs. Why do I say that? Because Ashley posted this revelation on Twitter, and then a couple of hours later, Siobhan posted a picture of her and 2 of her 3 children with Elon on Twitter and says, "The little loves of my life, heart, heart, heart." Girl, what are you doing? What's going on? I said, Kim, don't jump to conclusions. Maybe this is all a coincidence. Maybe Siobhan loves to post pictures of herself with her kids and you've missed it. So I went to her Twitter account. No, she doesn't do that regularly. It's not a coincidence. Siobhan being a messy ass B-word. Now look, money is involved. Children are involved. I'm sure she's living the life. She also works for a company that Musk owns. She has lots of incentive to stay in Musk's good graces, but inserting herself into that mess is beyond ridiculous. Then you do a little bit more reading around. You find out that Siobhan and Grimes had a little bit of a back and forth after it was revealed that Grimes and Musk had twins together. And not only that, Siobhan had a set of girl-boy twins, and she named the girl Valkyrie, which was a name that Grimes had set aside for one of her future children. Now, how would Siobhan have known that? No, that's really not her. That's Elon. Elon, I am sure, because who wants to name a fucking baby girl Valkyrie? Now, this is actually sick to me. Elon Musk, who had been dating Grimes by the time that Siobhan's babies were born for years, stole the name that Grimes had her heart set on for a baby girl, suggested it to Siobhan, demanded Siobhan name the baby girl that, or they decided together. At any rate, the baby girl that he has behind his girlfriend's back is given a name that the girlfriend has her heart set on for her own daughter. And of course, Grimes, when she finds this out, has a complete and utter meltdown. She's melting down on Twitter. She's recording songs about it. Well, one song. Let me not be hyperbolic. Elon and Grimes continue to go back and forth. And another reason why Grimes melts down is not just because she doesn't know that Elon is welcoming or expecting babies with somebody else. It's because she also has a baby on the way via surrogate with Musk. At that time, Elon was expecting babies with 2 different women. And so in the past 5 years, he's done that twice that we know of. Elon's father, Errol, who for some reason is doing interviews recently, I'm not sure, because every single time he sits down, he looks awful. But his father has said in a recent interview that there are children of Elon's that he has never met because they are secret. So we know of 13 so far. There are, according to his dad, more babies out there. Remember when the Republican Party used to want to claim the mantle of being traditional family values, pro-family values? Remember that? Now, to the conservatives' credit, there have been a couple of conservatives that have been like, hey, what's going on? I did see this tweet from Allie Beth Stuckey on Twitter. If you're worried about the depopulation crisis, your first order of business is to get married, then have lots of kids. We don't just need more babies. We need more stable families. Now, that is the traditional rhetoric on the right, but I guess money means that you can do whatever you want. Are the conservatives going to give up the fatherless homes rhetoric now, right? now that Elon Musk is one of the most prominent Republicans in the United States, and he proudly, unabashedly, siring children in different homes. At this point, we know of 4 homes that the kids are in. Are we going to let go of the family values, fatherless homes rhetoric? Probably not, because they don't actually care about ideological consistency or hypocrisy. But Elon Musk, baby daddy of the year. One thing about this fetishization of wealth and rich men and, oh, I gotta be with the rich man, we always have to say, yeah, you will live a life of relative ease. You won't have to work. Ashley St. Clair doesn't have to work. Side note, she literally cannot work. She has been forbidden from working, but no, she doesn't have to work to live, pay rent, feed her child. But she has also had a baby with somebody who has unlimited resources with which to terrorize her, and a platform where 200 million people follow him, and he can amplify the worst bullshit about her. I'd rather pay rent, to be honest. Rent ain't so bad. Hopefully he will get around to negotiating a custody and parentage agreement, because that's what he's been dodging. He is not listed on the baby's birth certificate, and Ashley and her lawyers have been trying to track down Musk to get him to iron out a co-parenting agreement, and he will not do it. Wild. Oh, well, people have real problems. That wraps up this episode of the podcast. I will see you guys next time. Bye.